Hello everybody, today we are going to be talking and making a D&D character. Now, I am going to be writing it down on... Where did my pencil go? Where did my pencil go? I'm writing it down with a pencil. Oh, goody. I seem to have lost my pencil. My writing utensil, which is my pencil. Oh, pencil, where art thou? Oh, pencil. Oh, pencil. Pencil, pencil, pencil. Conceal. Pencil. Well, this is the longest intro ever now, so I apologize. I might just use a pen. You know what? We're using a pen. It's not worth it. We're using a pen, we're writing down, characters. So what I decided we're gonna do, I have this, oh my gosh, I found a pencil. I have this little tablet that I'm going to be using to look up all the things. And I know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be making a druid, and I know what we're going to be making. I'm going to go ahead and make it. Let's go ahead and start off with the first bit of it. It's going to be the character's name. So you might be asking yourself, you might be asking me, not yourself, you might be asking me, what's the character's name? And I'll tell you the character's name. I'll tell you right now. It's a name you might be familiar with if you're familiar with my channel. I've got a bit of a Irish accent, not much of one, but sometimes. Now this is really not the easiest substance to write on, but here I am. Alright, so the name is Phil O. Simon. Now, if you can understand, he is a druid. Might have an alias or two. Don't we all? But more importantly, we're gonna move on to the part with the druid. And we're gonna do a little bit of rolling. And we're gonna be making this character fairly quick because my room is absurdly warm right now and I can't have any fans going on or else it makes some noise. I might eventually have to add a little bit like this. You might hear that. Now I apologize if that is absurdly loud for you or ruins anything for you. But it's either I pass out from heat exhaustion. Might be a little over dramatic there, but it's either I do that or I use that a little bit. And I think I'm picking the right option, the happy medium. Well, moving on to the druid, right? I guess we're gonna druid character named Phil O. Simon. Now he's gonna be level 5. Now he's gonna be level 4. Take it back. He's gonna be level 4. And we're gonna be rolling 4d8s. Not 48s. No, 4d8s. I have to find them first. I know you're hiding. I can find you, dice. I will find you. You know what? It's good enough. Maybe not so cool. And we found it. So, no, I lied. That's a 4. That's what a tease that is. You thought you had an 8 and you end up with a 4. Oh man. That's why you have a beer limit. What? No. No, it's also not an 8. And I am lacking in the 8 department. Did I just say I'm lacking in the date department? Well, I hope you've clicked them because you like me, not because you like D&D. Because I have so far. I have done no dice rolling. I've done some dice shifting, some of that. I'm talking about it, but I have not built anything yet. Yeah, 4. 48. And we're gonna go ahead and roll this. Actually, we should probably do this thing first. Go ahead and roll stats first. We're gonna roll stats first. And to do that, we are going to need d6s. Alright. Roll 3 of these. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's crazy. So the way I do it is you get 1 reroll for every one, and then if you get a 1, that's a free reroll. So this one I rolled 2 d6s and then a 2, so I rerolled 2. That'd be good. Became 6. So I got the highest roll you can get, which is an 18. 18, and we're gonna put that in strength. Doesn't make any sense to because we're druid, but it doesn't matter. We might shift it later, but probably not. Just because we're doing this kind of trying to be fast, because it's a war. We roll the 2 1s. Reroll the 2. It's a 1 again. Alright. 13. 13 for dexterity. Reroll the 2. That's a 1. Alright, 13. Not bad. 13 for intelligence. I think that's what that one is. Reroll the 1. Reroll the 2. 15, not bad. 15 for constitution. Now up next is your wisdom. Roll the 3. It's a 1 again. I have an affinity for rolling 1s, and it's worse. 12. 12 for the wisdom. That sucks as a druid. Yeah, I'm gonna shift the 12 with the strength, just because that's it though. 4 worked out. 16 for the charisma. So I guess I'm just gonna switch out the strength and the wisdom numbers because we're doing a druid. He is going to yeah, let's go ahead and roll those health now. Like I said, we're gonna be going a little bit faster, so I'm not really gonna be explaining what I'm doing. I'm just gonna be telling you what I'm doing. I might elaborate a little bit on it, but not too much. 22 plus 1, 27 health, 27 HP at level 4. You are going to have oh, I lied. You have 35 HP. That's pretty darn good, actually. It's not phenomenal. It's pretty darn good for druid at least. We're gonna go a little different than normal though. We're gonna go with in the skills we're gonna choose. We're gonna go with Arcana and Nature. Just because, you're gonna see where we're going with it. We have to use a druid as focus, but we don't really need one of those. Just because if you're familiar with my character of psilocybin, you know he is a mushroom. And we're going to be using we're going to look at subclasses now. Where are you at? And we're going to the druid. You choose a druid circle. They're all subclasses. Each druid has a subclass. Oh, every class has a subclass. But druids are called circles. So looking at the different circles, I should probably announce them. We have dreams, land, moon, shepherd, spores, stars, wildfire. Then you also have the forged, and then you have a few extra ones. But we're going to mostly stick to the ones that are at the first ones I mentioned. And we're going to go with the spores one. Why? Because that's the one that's related to mushrooms and stuff as such. And basically, you don't, as a druid, most of the time you become like a wild animal, like wild shape. You get bonuses to those. With the spores one, you don't do wild shape. You actually just become better, and you use spores and mushrooms and such in combat and help with spells. Very fun, very cool. I have not done it as a character yet, but this is maybe a little backup thing to have in case my current character of Cletus Montgomery dies. But he will never die. He cannot die. How can you kill death itself? You can't. It's simple. He just bounces. I could go on and on about Cletus, but we're going to be talking about Phil. I'm not going to get into spells just because I don't really need to. Basically, most of the spells that he's going to be learning are going to be the ones that are pertaining to the forest and manipulating it, and or any sort of nature as well. I see it as kind of like the fungi, the plants, fungi, and the mushrooms, and I'm saying more synonyms, are like an extension of oneself, so they can use it and such. And they can use. I'll read out to you what this does. The druid, the circle of spores druid. I'm gonna read it to you. Druids of the circle of spores find beauty in decay. They see within mold and other fungi, and they see within mold and other fungi the ability to transform lifeless material into abundant, albeit somewhat strange, life. These druids believe that life and death are parts of the grand cycle, with one leading to the other and then back again. Death isn't the end of life, but instead a change of state that sees the life shift into a new form. Druids of the circle have a complex relationship with the undead. They see nothing inherently wrong with undeath, which they consider to be a companion of life and death, but druids believe that the natural circle is the healthiest segment and it's vibrant and changing, and the undead seek to replace all life and undeath, so they want to keep that cycle going. Keep the engine flowing. They get certain spells, but as all those spellcasting subclasses. Halo of Spores. Starting at 2nd level, you are surrounded by invisible necrotic spores that are harmless until you unleash them on a creature nearby. When a creature you can see moves into a space within 10 feet of you or starts its turn there, you can use reaction to deal 1d4 necrotic damage to that creature, unless it succeeds on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, which is a number that that would be in this case it'd be 14, maybe even 15. I think be 15, yeah. In the case of Phil here, you can use reaction to 1d4 necrotic damage to that creature unless it cast succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, which I said in this case would be 15. Your AC would probably be 15, 14, maybe 16. The necrotic damage it increases to a D6 at the 6th level, 1D8 at 10th level, and a D10 at the 14th level. Also at level 2, you get a symbiotic entity. At 2nd level, you gain the ability to channel magic into your spores. As an action, you can expend the use of your wild shape feature to awaken these spores. Rather than transforming into a beast form, you gain 4 temporary hit points for each level that you have in this class, which would be 4. So you have 16 temporary hit points on top of your 35. That's pretty solid. That'd be 51. That's not bad for a druid now, level 4. Not bad, honestly. I'm starting to like this backup character more and more. I just gotta get a better AC so I feel comfortable using it, so it doesn't feel like a glass cannon. Even then, I gotta find more ways to use it as a cannon. But that's also gonna be where you come in. You get to play with this yourself. You're welcome to use Phil. Oh, sorry. As much as you want. And tell me if you do. Sorry, what was I saying? Rather than transforming to be, while this feature is active of the 16 temporary hit points, you gain the following benefits. When you deal your halo of spores damage, roll the damage die a second time and add it to the total, which basically means you just like double your damage. Your melee weapon attacks deal an extra 1d6 necrotic damage to any target that they hit. So it kind of works the same way. Like even if you're just an attacker that doesn't want to use the spores thing and wants to actually be up close, which wouldn't be recommended with the 12, but we could use dexterity or relocate like the constitution to dexterity. But I don't know. I don't know. It's probably not the best. We're gonna keep it simple because as you can see, I'm sweating. But these benefits of the symbiotic entity is what it's called, lasts for 10 minutes until you lose all these temporary hit points, or until you use your wild shape again. Yep. And then there's other stuff for 6th level, 10th level, and 14th level, called fungal infestation, spreading spores, and then fungal body. The last one's pretty sick, I cannot lie. I'll just read it real fast. Fungi spores in your body alter you. You cannot be blinded, deafened, frightened, or poisoned. And any crit against you counts as a normal hit instead, unless you're incapacitated. So unless you're basically already dead. Pretty rad. Pretty rad. Makes you a lot less likely to die. From different causes and whatnot. Probably gonna start off with like medium armor. Figure out like a weapon. What's a good mushroom weapon? What's a good mushroom weapon? What's a good like a mace? No, mace or a flail? Probably a mace. Probably a mace and just like a big like mushroom at the end there with spikes at the top. It'd be kind of rad. Oh no, now I want to make it. I gotta find a way to make that. Ooh. If you see me using that in a fill video, that's where the second idea came from. That should be it. You're welcome to use fill. Thanks for being here. This is a commission piece to do a character, so thank you to, I believe, Chloe. I'm fairly certain that's her name. Thank you for watching. I have some plans to do to move my recording area until I can get some air conditioning in here. I got an option, but it's not the best, but it'll do for now, I think. If you're still watching this video, go to sleep. Stop watching me. You can. I got the stuff right there. I'm gonna roll some more dice for you. Just because I feel like you want some more dice rolling. I might ramble a little bit, probably not. I might say some numbers too. That's fine with you. I might roll some little more dice, probably like a few more minutes worth. Yeah, I feel like I didn't roll enough dice. You might have wanted more dice rolling. I apologize, but I didn't satisfy with the dice rolling aspect. So here's me satisfying with the dice rolling aspect. Grab some all together, roll them all at once. Grab some all together, roll them all at once. Grab some all together, roll them all at once. Oh, I got 20. I will let you know when I find a good number. Oh, I got another 20. Oh, I got another 20. Keep in mind they're all different dice that have gotten 20 so far, and I've only rolled 3 d20s. So that was 3 in a row. That means all 3 of them got it. That's crazy odds. That's not worth mentioning, but here we are mentioning it, and here it is still being, I think, worth mentioning, and so I'm still mentioning it. Nope, so see, that's the thing, I haven't got any more 20s or anything like I got, like, you know, some high teens, but, like, I haven't got a 20 or even a 1 since, and I got 3, oh, there's one right there, that's a 20 right there, nope. Nope. Oh. Well, yeah, I'm gonna do a little more dice rolling without talking, and then I'm gonna start talking again. That sounds awful. So as I mentioned before, I'm gonna start talking again, and that's not a good time yet. A minute. Half minute. This many 20s, like, what the in like close proximity in my life. Yeah, given I know, like, I know I'm rolling, like, you know, with double advantage each time, but, like, the frequency is absurd. Like, if you take these into this number, like the amount of times I've, like, rolled all 3, and you take another one, and you take the number, you know, like, of dice I've rolled in my entire lifetime. It's like, for this one, it's basically like 1 in like 10, maybe 1 in 15 at most. Like D20 I roll, so, you know, like every 5 rolls I've got one basically, at least. You can go back and check out. Actually, I didn't say which ones because I noticed a lot of them, but whatever. It's besides the point. This is me talking now. Bunch of D20s. I've never. It's just another one with this. And, like, you can't even say that I'm not rolling. I'm picking it up and I'm giving a whole LeBron finger roll up in this one. Like, and there's another one. I got two. I almost got 3. Got 2. Is what I'm saying? Like, I gotta either start using these in my actual campaign, or I gotta just bring this little box that I'm using. It's one or the other, because, like, this is absurd. Like, this is a probability. See, like, now I'm getting nothing. Now I'm getting nothing. Yeah, see, now I'm getting nothing. Nothing. Well, it was like, that was almost the same number. Well, I can't quit until I get another one. So we're gonna start talking about other things. I mentioned earlier my my character I'm currently using. In case he dies, that will be replacing him with this. Okay. Phil. The current character I'm using in my D&D campaign is actually Cletus Montgomery, one of my few characters whose name is not a pun. He is a former cowboy. There's a 20. We're gonna keep talking about Cletus. As there's role plays. There's like 3, I think, on my channel currently with Cletus, maybe 4. There'll be more incoming. I do have plans with that for sure. Definitely. Do not have any doubts. All of my characters will be coming back, and probably sooner than later. But like I said about Cletus, I'm not going to elaborate too much on the build for him, but basically what I built was just his character. He's an undead, but I'm not gonna say what kind of undead he is. But he's an undead, and through his life trial, whatever, I'm not gonna tell you his way of living, because it's not really worth going that much into, because it's kind of elaborate, and it's a big setup just for me to basically just say that he dies, and then an entity who kind of bounces from soul to soul, from vessel to vessel, from body to body. Not soul to soul, but vessel to vessel and body to body. And it's unknown if the bouncing just is random or just based on what's advantageous, or if it's just random or whatnot, or if there's a method to it. It's unknown, but the vessel, sorry, the person, kind of, not really, the player that it was is now taken over by the entity and soul being whatever that is Cletus Montgomery. And he quickly just has as fleeting and sometimes memories from his other lives that he's taken a part of and that he's been through. But he stays true to being Cletus, and he stays true to being a former cowboy. I'm very satisfied with the character. I don't think he's gonna what's that word? Not falter, but perish. I don't think he's gonna perish in battle. I think I built him pretty decently, unless I just fail a bunch of saves in a row and then I'm useless at that point. Then we're all dead. But I think he'll be around for a little while. And besides, the area which he comes from is supposed to be like the end game. Well, not the end game. It's supposed to be the post game, like, after the main boss in the campaign. I know that because I asked what that area was, and he pointed out. He's like, it's at post game. I haven't really thought it out or rolled it out yet. I was like, okay, that makes sense. Roll 20. Roll 220. See, look at that. That's what I'm saying. And so he pointed at, what's that? And he was like, oh, that's post game. And I was like, okay, can that be where my character's from? And he was like, yes, it's frozen marshland. And I was like, perfect. That lines up with almost exactly with the species I have and whatnot. Or I guess it was. And he was like, okay, yeah. What's it called? And I was like, oh, Florida. Yeah. So Florida, the frozen marshlands are post game. And it's one of those areas that people don't really know about it. It's more I don't know how to describe it anymore. I've been talking about D&D for a while. I rolled some dice. I'm gonna do one more dice roll on. I hope this is satisfactory. I rolled enough. Psilocybin, feel free to use them. Let me know how it goes if you do. I rolled the 20 first time. No, that was a lie. I can't lie. That was a lie. Give me a fun 20. There it is. Bye bye.